Kia ora, everybody. And listening to the other speakers, I'm kind of aware that ours is a very kind of bottom-up, seat of the pants, smell of the oily rag kind of words come to mind. So this is about, we're based in Wellington, and the group that I'm talking about is called SYLO. Could we go on to the next slide, thanks? So SYLO actually stands for Sing Your Lungs Out, and it is a group for people with chronic lung conditions like COPD. We've been meet weekly, about 24 people, mostly older. It's really highly valued by members. So a recent survey we did, the average score was 9.2 out of 10. And the thing that people rate most highly is the camaraderie. So some of you we also have a weekly exercise session, and that's run by a retired respiratory physio, Robin Longy, who some of you, I believe, may know. So we were going along, you know, very happily, having our sessions, and along came lockdown. I canvassed the leaders to see if they would be prepared to do something, but for different reasons that wasn't an option, and so I decided to give it a go myself. So I set up Zoom sessions, one for the choir, if we could go on, thank you, and one for the exercise class. And we're getting about 14 at the choir every week, and about 12 at the exercise class. I basically put together a list of songs and words with it, and I've managed to figure out how to play the songs down through my computer, so it works pretty well. Going on to the next slide, thanks. So I'm getting fantastic feedback. The key thing is that people just really appreciate still being able to be connected, and particularly being able to see each other. Other real positives are that we do breathing exercises at both classes, and as someone who has been diagnosed with COPD, for about the last 4 or 5 years that I've been involved in SYLO, I haven't had no more bouts of pneumonia or bronchitis that have, you know, required me to go to hospital. So for me personally, it's working really well. And so just generally really good for both breathing and for our health, especially the exercise class, obviously, and for just feeling socially connected and you know, a kind of improved quality of life. Just the next one, thanks. Going on to the challenges. Most of the people have been able to join in. We've had 2 or 3 who don't have the technology to do it, or they don't have enough, you know, in their plan to actually enough data, or they just haven't been able to kind of get over the getting it set up. But we have had 2 people help members, so that's enabled quite a few more to come on. I find the singing session much more challenging to run than the exercise class. The exercise class is actually straightforward. The reason the singing is challenging is because our computers transmit at different times. So I've used the word a chaotic cacophony of sounds when everybody's singing at the, what they think is at the same time, but actually transmits all at different times. So chaotic chorale is another word. The solution is basically to mute the mics of everybody while they're singing, while we're actually singing the songs. Quite a lot of work just in getting suitable versions of the songs off the internet that we can actually sing along to, and also getting the words of the songs, because, you know, people like to have all the words in front of them. So I find it's quite a lot of work. the other challenges, people talking over each other, noises in the background, people taking phone calls, and that's interesting too. Going on to the next one, learnings. It's been a really fantastic success. We have lost a few, which is, that's a downside. But on the other hand, we've actually gained some people who can come even though they might be feeling a little bit vulnerable, they don't want to get infected or something like that. They might have a bit of a cold. Our COPD community is extremely careful around looking after our own well-being, basically. And yeah, being able to mute all the other participants has been a good learning. Just going to the next one, thanks. So I just want to make some observations from a rehab point of view, I guess, and it'd be fair to say that probably most people in the polio community and in the COPD community probably don't really relate with to the concept of rehabilitation. Don't find it easy to connect in with that at all. I was listening to the first speaker and thinking, oh, wouldn't it be great if our community could go on to those exercise classes but not, have to pay sort of full private rates. So really the takeout is that in spite of the shortcomings of the public health system, we can still do things to improve our health and well-being. It's not just about our physical functioning, it's really important, the social connection and how people are feeling about life and themselves. And also that we're able to do things for ourselves. It's not just about having it done for us or to us. And what's really helpful was somebody like our retired respiratory nurse and retired physio who enable us to be able to do these things.